Tennessee absolutely rolling yesterday over Chattanooga. Final score, Vols 69, Chattanooga 3. The Nico era has begun. And this has got to fire you up if you're a Tennessee fan. So we'll unpack, for the most part, we're going to unpack Nico's game. Because, I mean, Tennessee 60-piecing, Chattanooga is not really all that noteworthy. What do we think about Nico in his first start as the guy at Tennessee? I'm not counting the bowl game. I'm counting this as like the Nico era officially beginning. We're counting this as the jumping off point for what he's going to be at Tennessee. We'll unpack that together. But first things first, make sure you are subscribed right here to this college football sicko community that is the On3 YouTube channel. That is this show, The Hard Count. We appreciate y'all in advance for that. Also, follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at JDPikel. So let's just take a look at the numbers here. 22 of 28. 314 pass yards, 3 touchdowns. That would have been good for a 4-quarter day. He did it in the first half. If you were trying to temper expectations, trying to just start the hype train slowly for Nico, this game did not help that by any stretch of the imagination. And the box score looks pretty. The highlights look pretty. I'm going to be real here. I loved the composure. I loved the ability from Nico there to just execute the offense, play within the system, not get too greedy, because really, he could have gotten greedy. He could have kind of felt the moment and felt like he had to push it downfield and make a big play. And like, honestly, he got soft coverage all day long, meaning those corners were giving his receivers a pretty good cushion. They did not want to get beat deep. Nico just said, that's fine. We'll dink and dunk. And then when it does open up downfield, when you do come up to try and play the run, because Dylan Sampson's going for over 100 yards, at that point, then we'll make you pay, and we'll hit Dante Thornton for a deep shot, and so on and so forth. So seeing the composure and the great decision-making I thought was super encouraging. He is very clearly in command of this offense. One other thing that I noticed yesterday, like zero hesitation when it came to pulling the trigger. You say, well, JD, guys are wide open. Yeah, guys are wide open, but you still got to find them, and you still got to trust your eyes, trust your keys, and trust yourself to deliver the football where it's supposed to go. Like, if you hesitate, even against Chattanooga, like, bad things would have happened if you're hesitating and not going the right place with the football. And I think what we saw yesterday, and we said this a lot last year, yesterday, to me, in large part, was the benefit of him getting to redshirt his freshman season. Especially when Joe Milton wasn't airing it out the way that you wanted him to, and the offense wasn't looking how it was supposed to in 2022, and then he goes to 2023, and Joe Milton's like not necessarily looking like Hendon Hooker, and a lot of people are like, well, hey, Nico needs a shot now. Especially when Tennessee wasn't in that college football playoff discussion anymore. Hey, Nico, put him in. We held our ground here. We said that is not the right move for a number of reasons, one of which being allow Nico a full year to learn the system, to get comfortable. There is such a thing as playing too early. Patience pays off. Patience paid off yesterday, I believe, in a big way against Chattanooga. And this is not me telling you that he wouldn't have balled out against Chattanooga anyway, even if he did play last year, but the point remains the same. You saw the full year of preparation in this offense from Nico Iamaleava pay off yesterday. So I know it's Chattanooga, but it still has to feel good if you're a Tennessee fan. And if you're Nico and that staff, period, like, it has to feel good to see them rev the engine a little bit. Because here's the deal. You don't play Chattanooga next week. You play NC State. And NC State, a Dave Doeren coached outfit, they are going to be good defensively. Okay? Like, they're going to be a tough out. It's not a situation where you can just flip the switch and say, oh, okay, now we'll put it together in that game. Like, if Nico had gone out there and struggled, you say, all right, first game, first start as the guy, you give him some margin to, build and get better. But, like, for that to be the jumping off point, for him to be that composed and that definitive in his decision-making, that's going to, I think, set you up for success and makes you feel a lot better going into the NC State game. Pulling the trigger like we talk about, that composure, the confidence, to me, that's a muscle that you have to work out and stretch and flex and utilize to get good at. He has very clearly done that behind closed doors and gotten his fair share of reps in 11-on-11, and it paid off yesterday getting some more reps with live bullets. Has to feel good. Now, as much as the Nico Iamaleava highlight show yesterday was a good time, if you're a Tennessee fan, I think you're also pretty juiced seeing Dante Thornton get rolling. Because Dante Thornton, man, 3 catches, 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards. That stat line will play. I think that'll do it. Yeah, to quote Tim Robinson, yeah, I think that'll do it Yeah, I think that'll do it. That was Dante Thornton yesterday, and he was a guy, too, a year ago. You were hoping and expecting him to have an output like he did yesterday in 2023. Because I don't know, I mean, there's a couple of reasons why this excites you if Dante Thornton's going to be that kind of guy for you this year. One is this offense is built on you can't cover all of us. This offense is built on if you want to give us man-to-man coverage, you're going to lose. Because we got Brew McCoy, we got Squirrel White, we got Brazel, we got Dante Thornton, and if everyone is firing on all cylinders, you can't cover all of us. Someone's getting open. So if you want to give extra attention to Dante Thornton now, and that may not be a bad idea, someone else is going to reap the benefits of that. That's the first part. The other part of this is just who's covering Dante Thornton when he's in that mode, when he's turned that corner, like folks talked about him doing throughout spring football and fall camp. He's 6'5", 214, and can run. How do you defend? I don't know. He's a creative player. I don't know, dude. I don't know. And I know it was Chattanooga, so I don't want to get ahead of myself, but seeing him have that kind of success, build his confidence, and provide proof of concept for what we've heard a lot about throughout those last few months of what he's done in that, behind closed door setting out there in Knoxville, very, very encouraging and very, very exciting, and only adds more fuel to the fire. Like, hey, Tennessee is going to be a problem this year. Picked them as a playoff team to start the year, and saw nothing yesterday that would cause me to feel less confident in that prediction. So Nico Iamaleava, in one half of work, did numbers like Goodwill Hunting. Dante Thornton's cooking. The offense was firing. I mean, Dylan Sampson's a footnote in this whole video, and he ran for over 100 yards. Tennessee is going to be real good this year. Offensively, they will be a wagon yet again. 2022 vibes, for me at least, are incoming. So let me know on Instagram and on Twitter, @JDPiquel, how you feel about that one if you're a Tennessee fan. We're going to keep this party rolling, and we will see y'all next time. Hey, y'all, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel here to make sure you don't miss an episode of The Hard Count. Also, be sure to check out other videos on the On3 YouTube channel.